Hi Toy Tractor Times fans, I'm at the 2021 National Farm Toy Show in Dyersville, Iowa. I'm here with Chris Steeb, who's competed in a few of these nationals over the years. Chris is a great displayer from Dexter, Michigan, and Chris, congratulations on second place in the adult division. You've got a great display here, and I'm looking forward to taking a tour with you.
Yeah, thanks Jason for doing the video. First off, I'd really like to congratulate Adam Farrick for winning first. So proud of him. We've seen him, like a lot of you guys at your age, grow up little and grow up and keep building beautiful displays, so it's awesome that he finally won. But yeah, let's take a tour.
All right. So all of your displays take place in Oklahoma.
Yep. This is a company that raises rodeo stock, does some hay, does some cotton, and also does a little bit of small range himself.
It's called the Hat Creek Cattle Company,
yep.
Established 1905. I like your sign here at the entrance.
Yeah, that was done. The house and the carport were done for me by Chris Peterson in Colorado. You can find him on Instagram.
Well, let's take a look at this creek. That's pretty nice. Got the realistic water flowing through there, and the trees and the kind of runoff on the rocks.
That was done the same way that Chris Taylor did his display, using Mod Podge and dabbing it on. Same way some of you have seen the video of me doing Jason's home display.
Got a nice bridge. Like the seating built around the tree here.
Yeah, that was a little pretty interesting 3D piece I found on Shapeways.
There's always more detail to add.
Yeah.
So the house has great design. We got the satellite dish here on the roof, and air conditioner units down here.
Air conditioner, standby generator. It's got the power meter and the gas meter.
I've got a lot of work to do on my farmhouse.
Yeah. It's got the water pumps out back with the garden hose for obviously all of the flowers that are here.
Cooking out here on the deck, and a dog. Telescope. Nice carport. And the cake feeder truck in the driveway.
Look at the bridge. Look at the guy fishing.
Yep. That's one of the.
And it wouldn't be Oklahoma without a tornado shelter.
Tornado shelter on it.
Tell me about the stone house down here with the firewood.
So this is actually a smokehouse, or wood for smoking meat and such. And actually, Christian Oyster's dad built that for me a couple years ago, and I was happy to finally get to use it on a display. He actually, the roof is actually all individual fine cut slate and tin, and all individually hand laid rocks.
Very nice. You got a gazebo out here?
Yep. That was just another 3D printed one. I figured, people could sit there and watch it. They do have a rodeo practice arena that Sean Lockwood helped me build on the other side of the big tree.
It looks like here we've got a practice.
Yeah, a rope and practice dummy. That was done for me by Cole Wallenberg.
Nice. And here we've got the arena.
Yeah, today they're showing off a horse for a possible customer. Got the little Massey 135 with the arena rake on it.
It wouldn't be a good national display without a Massey Ferguson.
No doubt.
And which tractor is over here on the disc?
4320. It's got all of Farm Factor 3D's parts on it, and one of Lee Johnson's actually M&W oil pans even on the bottom.
Very nice. Got a Dodge Ram here with a trailer, so they must be thinking about taking something home with them.
Thinking about it, yeah. That's the truck I did. The trailer was done by Broken J Customs off of Toy Tractor Times.
So my favorite thing to always look through is an equipment shed. A lot of good stuff in here.
Yeah, we got a pretty eclectic mix. We got a 4840 with an early version Dingleman blade. The kit is from Hector Mathis. Got a Dan Brooks, one of his Great Plains drill kits off of Shapeways. Vermeer baler that was formerly on Professor Johnson's, the small round baler, pull type, was Professor Johnson's that I scratched, or that I customized, I should say. The hay rake, which was done up the same way as with inspiration of Mike Sevick's YouTube video that some of you watch of Model Farm Studios. Then got one of Tim Matson's white kits set on 38-inch centers for planting cotton.
And Then we got a Massey Ferguson small square baler.
Yeah, that John Sampson completely bailed me out. It's one of his beautiful 3D prints, and unfortunately, 1 week before Nationals, I actually dropped something on it and it broke. And he actually had another body he was able to mail to me in time, so I need to thank him a lot for helping me out. And behind it, we got one of Sean Lockwood Angus's ZTR balers.
One of my all-time favorite combines, a John Deere 7720 with a windrow pickup.
With a pickup head, because we got a windrower for the Case IH. They do some oats for the farm, specifically for their own feed.
Good old S1900
International,
truck.
Grain truck. That's the farm's small grain truck.
And I've got another Massey baler here. That's a Heston with an engine on it.
Yep. One of the 24 by 18s. They do some commercial hay as well for sold out. John Deere 100, one of the chrome round balers, or square balers, big square balers next to it.
Now before we look at that, I just want to back up and make sure we catch these trucks here. So we got a tanker truck. Yeah,
the former fire truck of some departments that they use for both watering cattle, fighting fire, and for wetting down the arena.
And what model truck is this in here? It looks like it's a Mercedes.
Yeah, one of the Mercedes Unimogs that are getting real popular for making off-road campers. It was something I found out of China off of eBay, and then I used some of Justin Lockwood's parts to detail up a little better, put the bike and the boat on top. And like I said, they like doing some camping when they're not farming.
And we're going to look at the hay equipment over here, but I thought maybe while I'm standing here, we'll take a look there. We got a Quonset hut here.
Yeah, that's,
and they're loading out some hay.
One of the main hay storage barns. They got a cat loader tractor that they use for moving bales, both the big squares and rounds, and they got that with adapter heads for all the different types.
And coming over here, we got a Ford Louisville dump truck. That's for getting gravel and dirt.
Yeah, just gravel, dirt moving. It's one of my storyline, anyways, that they picked up cheap at like a state auction, and like I said, just for general maintenance of the road with this much, rock around the farm, having one's a pretty handy thing to have.
I'm gonna just slide the Ford Louisville up here. So now we can talk about the chrome John Deere Big Baler, the 100 from the early 2000s.
Yeah, it was a neat 3D print that I just found on Shapeways and thought I wanted something different. Actually, the nice thing about it is the JTT bales are the perfect size to make the 3x4s that these do, and they fit right in the back of it.
That's great. And I see it looks like you got the farm logo on the swathers here.
Yeah, most of the farm's bigger equipment, like the combine and such, they've all got the same as on the trucks. They got the farm logo on the rear.
So you got the R450 mower and a Case IH.
Yep. Older and newer. The farm's pretty much John Deere, but they're not completely dedicated. They bounce back and forth between whatever they can find a better deal on.
And then you got a Steiger PTA 325, and now I like this disc. It looks like it's got a little overspray from a Steiger on the front of it with the green paint, but what really stood out to me was that you got like the 2630 decal on the back there. What brand of disc is that?
It's actually a home built. We found a kit on eBay, and we tried to do a lot of research to see what the guy designed it off of. So when we couldn't find out, we came up with the storyline that the farm probably had a couple John Deeres that were smaller, and when they got the big Steiger, they actually took it to a local fab shop. So we came up with even the name of, Tony Dixon helped me with that, we came up with the name of Rockwell Fab, and we just made it into a, like I said, and you see some companies, especially like the twin hitch plows and the twin hitch drills, where necessity, necessity makes you come up with creation to come up with something bigger.
Sure.
But yeah, so it's a 32 footer. Figured it was a nice bearing for that Steiger, and the farm uses it only primarily. It's just a primary tillage tool.
And it looks like you got a blind up here on a gravity wagon.
Yep, deer hunting stand. They, like I said, typically like the old 125, gravity wagons in my area and such, they get turned into, because we can make for deer, so they get turned into deer stands.
You've got a feeder wagon here?
Yeah, one of Caleb Stone's cattle feeders.
And you got a round bale retriever here next to the
Chevy truck. One of John Valek off of Facebook. This is one of his double ones, round bale trailer for pulling the round bales out of the field. They're so much easier than putting them on a flatbed trailer.
And then you've got the bales lined up here in the yard.
Yeah, with the new patriotic net wrap. Thought that was a little, you're seeing it more and more across country, and I think it's, really cool to see, so I wanted to replicate that.
Tell me about the sprayer truck. This kind of neat. I haven't seen one that's got to be homemade and set up too.
Yeah, there was actually a couple companies that offer, finding out into, there's a couple companies that offer kits to convert like old square body pickups and stuff. We just didn't have a sprayer on here for spraying pastures and stuff, so Tony Dixon actually built me that one. It was just used a lot of used parts from Farm Factor 3D. In fact, I think Farm Factor 3D is going to come out with a kit so that you guys can do it as well. You know, just a simple, they don't do a lot of row crops, so a regular row crop sprayer wasn't a necessity, but there is things that we do have to spray for in Oklahoma that you can just broadcast generally. Sure.
You got the New Holland automatic bale wagon tucked here in the barn?
Yeah, that's one of this year's champions, Adam Ferrick's beautiful bale wagons.
Tell me about the tractor here with the loader.
That is a 4450 with a Westendorf loader. It's got a bunch of Vermont Dairies 3D printed parts off of Toy Talk. I just figured that, like the farm needed probably another loader tractor, and you know, one of the tractors Ertl did do well. All you have to do is change axles. Is that authentic? They did it the 4450, and of the 4840, they just reused the other one.
Then you've got we're going to look at the back of what used to be a dealership.
Yeah, the storyline of the place is that in the early days, they were actually a Minneapolis Moline dealer. There's even some promotional stands and literatures and a little desk that Minneapolis Moline offered at one time in there. The barn has a roof and all the rafters are removable. I left some in so you can see that, and it's got a rafter that has a actual engine hoist that can spin from one side to the other. A lot of 3D printed parts for Shapeways. A lot of this stuff is actually now available through Lockwood. Justin's Displays, Justin Lockwood's site.
Looks like you got a bale retriever truck here. Is that a C65?
Yeah, one of the new DCP C65s. It's even got some fender covers because they're working on it. And Tony Dixon did that, and I wanted to pinch. I had one that I was working on, and it didn't turn out quite right. He told me he could try to get one done, and he did. It looks real nice.
Got some Rams horns there on the wall and the parts. We come out on the back here, you got a forklift and just kind of different things that accrue out behind the shop.
Yeah.
Some of the Minneapolis Moline tractors. You got a G1355 and a G1000.
Yeah. Those are ones that I did up and had on sites as I just liked the way they look, so I figured I'd move them over here, especially with this farm and having an M&W or Minneapolis Moline M&M tradition.
We got one more Jetstar over here. And then this is really cool. Tell me about the Heston windrower.
This is like last year. I was actually lucky enough with my friends to have a prototype on this display. This is one of Garrett Mock's Heston or Case IH swappers that he's got coming out this next year.
The model 8400?
Yeah.
That's really cool. And then tell me about this. This must be the feed bin here.
Yeah, that's where the boxes on the back of the trucks were the cake feeder. That's the actual bulk bin where you keep the cake. Caleb Stone completely scratch built it. It actually, Jason, if you spin back around to this side, it's a little bit easier to see. He actually, being Caleb who he is, made it so that it has a funnel that can literally go to each individual hoppers. You can put a small, like we've had some salt in one of them just to see stuff flow through.
Look at that, there's a cat up there.
Yeah, there's a cat up there. You can actually open the valves and it will let stuff flow through.
Yeah.
Caleb went way beyond himself in the detail he did on that.
That's a nice piece. And then coming around, we've got a cotton harvester up here.
Yeah, that's another piece of Adam Ferrick's. It's one of those things I've always wanted. It's actually a stripper head, which is kind of rare, but they are what we use in Oklahoma and Texas. When he got that done, I just had to have one, and I also said I had to have. That's why I got the planter. I had to have a farm that was doing cotton. So
he woke up and it's back.
And then we got some cattle out here. You're always good at making your cattle runs and feeders.
What I like on my display, that beautiful Rombell feeder from Bartle Livestock that he's got coming out. Feeding horses and longhorns with the way it loops back in.
Well, Chris, it's a great display. Congratulations on coming in second, and I suspect we're going to see you back here at the show again pretty soon.
I'll be back next year.
Sounds good. Well, if you'd like to see more of Chris's work, he is on ToyTractorTimes.com's Toy Talk. Every Monday we have Model Farm Monday. And how many Model Farm Mondays have you completed in a row?
I think this Monday will make 439.
That's a good track record. It's a very cool thing to follow, so make sure to check it out. And you're on Instagram?
I am. I'm at Redlands, Oklahoma on there. So any of you are more than welcome to give me a follow. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a question in there, and I will do my best to answer either where I got the piece from, who built me the piece, or how I built the piece myself, or how I did the weathering or made the display. Look forward to seeing all of your displays coming out here. This is a great turnout of youth displays. Keep them coming, guys.
Thank you, Chris. And thank you for watching Toy Tractor Time's YouTube, where there are hundreds of displays on the channel to see. And we appreciate Chris sharing. If you would like to attend the National Farm Toy Show, it's always the first full weekend of November right here in Dyersville, Iowa. As always, thank you for watching.